What's good YouTube, Target here and welcome to another episode of City of Garden scenario. On the last episode we have built this grid on the northern part of the city, and today I think we can start filling it with some buildings. So let's jump back into business. Alright, before I even zone any building into this new layout, there is a few modifications that I want to do. One of them is convert this segment into a bridge that will go over the railroad and connect with this road at about over here, because we only have one connection to this part of the industrial farms, and that is this one, and I can see a lot of traffic and a lot of trucks going through here, and as I had more commercial buildings over here, this will only get more crowded if I don't provide a shorter connection. So that's something that I want to do right now. Provide a shorter connection for our farms to deliver goods to our commercial buildings that will be at around this location. So let's just work on that. I think I'm gonna make a bridge at about, let's see, yeah, this is definitely not gonna work, so I think I will have to make a straight connection. Let's go by 3 units, 1, 2, 3. And move it all the way until here. Maybe I will want to connect it at about over here. So let's just do that, and hopefully we can connect it without any problems. Let me just enable the road guidelines. And there we go, and now I can finally connect it here. So let's just start from the ground and try and make a very smooth ramp. And this is about it. And there we go. Alright, that was the first modification I wanted to make. The second one is not really a modification because I cannot apply it yet. It's about our higher connections. On the last episode I've said that I wasn't going to buy this tile, but I've changed my mind pretty much. I'll probably need it to connect this avenue to this roundabout that will serve as a highway connection. So that's something that I will definitely need as I place some more high density buildings over here. Things will only get worse in terms of traffic, even though this area is pretty much covered in regards to traffic. There are no congestions at all. We have this little segment in red, but as you can see, it's only an indication of traffic volume. This area is pretty much covered in regards to traffic. But I think I'll add another highway connection over here. Maybe I'll probably add a big high traffic capacity avenue that will connect directly to this roundabout that will be used as an arterial to pull traffic from these buildings. So yeah, but yeah, now that I've told you about my plans, I can start zoning this area. So we have a lot of demand for commercial, so I think I'm gonna zone this road, the road with cycling lanes. So I'm gonna make a huge block of commercial at around this entire location, and gonna fill this entire area like this. Alright, that's okay. I cannot forget about water, so let's continue this water network that I had already started on a previous episode. Let's pipe everything. And of course, we cannot forget about the district. So I think I'm gonna expand this district, the Cherry Park, and I'm gonna connect it all the way until here. Alright, district is drawn, and before I start zoning on this district, that's actually something that I forgot to tell you about. So first things first, I want to show you our milestones. We are almost reaching a milestone of the metropolis that will be achieved when you get a population of 60,000, and this is when I will unlock a new area to purchase and also the airport. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to place an airport on this particular city, but I will definitely use the additional building land, and I'll pretty much buy this tile over here to make the highway connection that I told you about. Something else that I want to share with you is actually our goal progress. So we are at about 11.5 thousand out of the 15,000 that we need to beat the scenario. So yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on the current status of this particular scenario. Alright guys, but now let's expand our zoning. So as you can see, we have a lot of demand for offices and also commercial. So what I think I'm gonna do is convert all of this into a office block. I think I am going to dezone these residential buildings and replace them with some offices right about over here. And I'm gonna zone all of these with offices as well. Alright, that's pretty good. I also have this big square that I think I'm gonna place a unique building on. So let's see what do we have over here. Alright guys, I've been checking out what kind of buildings we have and I've already decided on which one I should put. And I'm gonna put this one, the Science Center, because it has a very adequate size. It fits very perfectly at around this location. So I think I'm gonna put it, and I'm gonna put it at about over here. That should be more than enough. Yeah, and I even think it fits very well. And I can already hear some office buildings upgrading. It's always a nice thing to hear, those blimp sounds. But now that we are on the subject of placing unique buildings, I've noticed that we don't have any unique building at around the most popular area of our city. Or at least the area that has the highest amount of people traveling. So I think this is actually going to be an amazing location to put a unique building, and I've already decided which one I want to put. And I'm gonna put, let's see if I can find it, yeah, here it is. I'm gonna put the museum. That's right, and I think I'm gonna fit it at about over here. But for that I need to make a few modifications, so let's just pause the simulation. I will want to destroy this park. I will also need to destroy this road. I will need to bring the connection at about over here, and hopefully no bus lines got destroyed. This one will pretty much adjust, and I'm gonna place the museum at about over here. What a perfect location for it. I think it looks extremely well. I think we can make a much more epic entrance to this particular building, so let's just destroy it for now. Let's make a connection at about here, and yes, I know this will create a lot of intersections very close to each other, but I think we'll be fine. And let's just rebuild the museum. And oh, that was a bit too far. Let's just make the roads a bit closer to each other. Let's try it like this, and let's place the museum. And yeah, perfect. Now let's just dezone these buildings at about over here. And I want to convert these roads into roads with one-way lanes. And yeah, that's pretty much okay. Maybe I should convert this to normal roads. And I'm gonna change the direction of this. And yeah, I think this is okay. So let's just put a few trees at around this location. And let me try and do the same at about over here. That should be more than enough. Yeah, I really like how this turned out to be. Perfect. So let's just resume the simulation. Let's check the leisure situation. And yeah, it didn't change at all. Maybe a bit about over here, but then I'll put another park. That's fine. For now, I think this turns out pretty okay. I really like how it turned out to be. Alright, but let's keep placing some offices. I think I want to finish up the zoning of this layout with offices, so let's zone all of these with some offices. There we go. And I think I want to make a pathway connection that wraps around the science center. I want to go at about over here. At about, let's see, what seems to be the problem over here. This layout is not perfectly straight, it's a bit crooked, but that's fine. I think we can live up with that. Let's connect it all the way over here, all the way over there. And now let's make a few connections. One over here and another one over there. And about here as well. And then we'll put some parks right in the middle. Not parks, but trees. And maybe another connection over here. Alright, I think that's fine. I think I'm even gonna go as far as putting a small park at about this area, just to fill up this blank area a bit better. And now I think I can Let's see, can I do anything with the pedestrian pathways? I think I can. Let's grab the gravel paths and let's just come and connect it right until the end. There we go. The bridge didn't get destroyed. That's pretty awesome. And let's do the same at about here. And let's connect it at about over here as well. And maybe I can even convert this to a normal path. Okay, that's fine. Let's keep going. Oh, and this will delete the bridge, huh? That's fine. Maybe I can come through about here and connect it over there. Okay. And maybe even over here. How about that? Yeah, I think it looks pretty awesome. I think we have managed to fill this blank area a bit better, and now everything looks prettier than before. Great. And now let's continue with the expansion. I pretty much want to get the next milestone so that I can buy this all over here. So I'm gonna force the building of some residential, even though we don't have a lot of demand for it. But I think that will be useful for us to get the next milestone. So I'm gonna zone all of this with residential. There we go. I even think I'm gonna take care of the education situation right away, so that won't become a problem in the future. So I think I'm gonna put a community school right about this area because it fits perfectly in there, and I'm also going to place a high school at about over here. Now I will make a temporary power line right about over here. Okay, just to transfer some power. And I think I'm gonna even build a few more buildings, more residential buildings. So let's just work on that and watch this thing expand. Okay, it seems these buildings will take a while until they developed and give us a population of 60,000. So let's just come over here and provide some more commercial while those buildings develop. So let's just zone this entire thing with commercial, this entire thing with commercial as well. Maybe we can zone all of this with commercial, why not? Yeah, let's just zone all of this. Maybe I want to make a small commercial mall at around this location, so let's just convert all of this into commercial. There we go. And there we go as well. Okay, I may be going overboard with this, but we need commercial anyway to beat the scenario, so yeah. Alright guys, while those buildings develop, I want to give you an update regarding the pedestrian pathway network that we have built a couple of episodes ago. So when I built it, we didn't have any people using it, but because I now provided some houses at around this location and some points of interest, people are now using it quite a bit. So as you can see, this entire pedestrian pathway is filled with people that are using it to travel right along the city. And the same thing is happening with our cycling roads. So our cycling road is very popular. Look at this. Look at the amount of people who like to cycle along our city. This is actually a lot of people. This is makes me very satisfied because cycling is a very ecological and also efficient way of transporting people in this game. So yeah. And if we go to the new part of the city, we can also see that the new pathways that we have just built are also being used. So walkability is a very important aspect of any city that helps reduce traffic, and the results are obvious. If I go to the traffic management sector, you can see that this entire area of the city is pretty much traffic free, even though we have a lot of high density buildings at around this location. Okay, but it seems that we still have a lot of residential demand, so let's address that situation. I think I want to zone this entire block with residential, so let's just keep working on that. And hopefully now everything will develop much smoothly. Let's just see why are these buildings not getting upgraded. That's because I need to educate more citizens. That will come in time. That's why I've placed these schools right in the beginning, so that citizens start getting educated as fast as possible. But let's take a look at our services. I think it's a final time for us to put another fire station. I think I'm gonna put one first and foremost at about over here, right next to the high school. I think I'm gonna put it over here actually. That will cover that entire area for sure. That's awesome. And I think I will need another one at around this location. So I think I'm gonna put it right in the middle of this layout. Should I put a small one or a big one? That is a very significant question. I think I'm gonna put a small one at about over here for now. And then I'll put a big fire station at around over here when I buy this tile. But for now, that will be enough. Let's take a look at our police. Police seems to be pretty much covered for now. That's great. Education, I also think this is going to be fine. I should probably put another university. Maybe when I buy this tile, I need to place a university somewhere around here. And public transport and parks, which are always the most difficult thing to accomplish. First, I'm gonna start with parks. The large playground fits perfectly in here, so what I think I can try is a combination of the normal park, the small park, and also the large playground, and see how well they will fit. So let's put a large playground over here, and that will increase the land value quite a bit. I'm gonna put a small park at around the same location. I'm gonna put yet another large playground at about over here, a small park at about here, a large playground at about over here, and another park at about over here. Okay, and I think I'm even gonna keep expanding this layout and add a couple more of these things. I cannot put a large playground in here, unfortunately. So I think I'll put it over here, and then I will move this park at about here. I think there's a couple of things that we can do to make this look even better. So let's make a path that comes all the way until here, and make a normal pavement path that comes at about this. Very good. And now I want to take the same tile that this thing is on, and I can see that it will fit at around over here, so I'm gonna make a pathway over here. I'm gonna connect it over there, and I'm gonna make a gravel path at around, let's see, can I connect this somehow? Yes, I can, look at that. Perfect, let's do the same at about every single part that we have, and that will look very well, hopefully. So let's do it over here. Let's do it over here as well. And connect it. Unfortunately, on this one we'll not be able to do what we had in mind. Maybe if I can... Let's see. What is the cost of this? 60. And 60 over here. 60 over there. Alright, perfect. And connect it over there as well. And now let's do the same on the northern part. Alright, this layout is now looking awesome, and I think it's gonna look even better when you zone it with some buildings. And it also improves the leisure, look at this. Very good. Now let's just zone a couple more residential buildings. Maybe over here. And also this entire thing. Let me see, yeah, over here, there we go, perfect. And now we cannot forget about public transport. I think I'm gonna make a big line that will connect to this metro station. Alright guys, I have provided two circular lines. One that covers this entire segment that I'm highlighting with my mouse, and another one that highlights this entire segment. You can pretty much see it, by the way. You can see the lines flashing. Those are the lines that I've made. I can now delete this temporary power line that I had over there, and I think I'm gonna expand some power to these parks that I have over here as well. I'm gonna make power connection at about over here, and another one about over here. Alright, perfect. And we still have a lot of demand for commercial, and we haven't been able to hit the milestone of 60,000 residents. That's just crazy. So I think I'm gonna, well, just keep expanding with some more commercial, I guess, because that's the only thing that we can do at this point. So let's place add a route over here, and for some reason this road is not parallel to the train track. So let's just try and work on that. Maybe we can start over there, and let's come at about, need to turn on the road guidelines for this and connect it directly over there. Okay, now let's just rezone everything back again. Alright guys, our high density residential district is developing very well. Everything seems to be upgrading due to the new bus lines, which is extremely good to see. We should be achieving the population of 60,000 in a minute or so. Alright guys, there we go. 60,000 residents. We are now officially a metropolis. And we have unlocked a new area to purchase and also the airport. This is the first time in my life where I get a city this big with 60,000 residents. I've never gotten this far into the game, mainly because before I started this YouTube thing, I had been playing on a pretty crappy computer that would pretty much crash as soon as I would get 20,000 residents or so. So yeah, I've never gotten this far. Everything up until this point is pretty much new to me. Oh, and it looks like we just lost a game, a football match game. That's fine, that's okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it. On the next episode we are going to finally buy this new tile and expand our city even more. But that's gonna be it for now. I wanna thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If so, please consider giving it a like, it will help out my channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you wanna follow the development of this particular city. If you have any suggestions for things that I should build in the future, leave a comment. And finally, if you want to connect with me on social media, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching guys, and as always, have fun.